Now, it's some of the things that you've mentioned that make people say that. But there was something that you actually spoke out about, and I'm not 100% certain that maybe you had spoken about it in private, because you spoke about it soon after it happened, which was the Dapchi girls were kidnapped. Questions were still being asked as to how we allowed this happen again and under what circumstances, how could we get them free. And then there was the wedding at which the president was, and which you said, wait, how can you square these two things? You know, people's daughters are in captivity and some other people are celebrating. Isn't there a need to check the mood, if nothing else?
I'll give you a practical example. Maybe I assumed that other people are like me, or I expect a standard practice that this is what is acceptable in society. Because I had since been spoken to that the dates for the wedding had been long fixed. Mr. President had been spoken to as the one that would give the either the daughter out. Is the daughter of the governor of Kano State, yes, to the son of the governor
or your state.
And if you, the Oyo State governor, for example, was at my daughter's wedding, and so were other few governors who came. I didn't go to that wedding because I wasn't aware of it to start with. But the issue is, my second daughter was about getting married, and my friend's wife died and was to be buried on a Thursday. This, my friend's wife that died, was the one that proposed, that did the cutting of cake for my first wedding, my first daughter's wedding. Her husband, herself, we came from way back, from secondary school. I postponed my daughter's wedding. So I will not be able to go and dance 2 days after we bury one who had become like my sister. Now that's what I think society is about. You must learn to mourn with those who mourn and rejoice with those who rejoice. It wasn't the wedding taking place that was my issue. It wasn't the president attending the wedding that was my issue. It was a fanfare on the page. No pressmen were allowed at my daughter's wedding, deliberately, because it's a private thing. On the pages of newspaper, on television, everywhere, when other people's children are in captivity, and their daughters also, I felt, wait a minute, something is going wrong. It's either these people are drunk with power, or they are no longer sensitive to the environment or to the society they are presiding over. I admit that the wedding had been fixed. It is the fanfare and the style, the outlandish style, that I felt was out of place. They could have done the same wedding and said, no cameras allowed. Even if you are spending as much money as you want to spend, it's your private money. Nobody should judge you for that. But you should be sensitive to the mood of the nation. That was my issue.